G'day guys, and today Shorty and I are back in the studio and in the man cave, mate. Yeah. So in the man cave tonight. But I'll tell you what, Cats home by 61 points, a massive win, and super impressed with the way we played, mate. It was very, very even spread of performances from a lot of our guys, and yeah, just love the way we went about it. We were a bit separated tonight, but that's all right. No, it was a good game to watch, and a clinical display from the Cats once again down to the Cattery.
It was, mate. Just a four-quarter effort, which was good. So, yeah, no, it was pleasing. I mean, after last week, that shocking last quarter, you pretty much just wanted to see us get the win, and at no stage was I really too concerned. I mean, after we started well, we just seemed to control it. Time in forward half was huge.
Yeah, that was
just really won the territory battle, and I mean, they had a few out, so did we. But they really looked like they really needed some of their stars in there to just give a bit of star factor. And yeah, we just really dominated the game. You know, clearances were better. I think we broke even, but that's much better than what we've been doing. And as you said, a real even display. A lot of guys came to mind when you're thinking of our best few players. And you know, Hawk got a bit of form. You know, the defenders.
I had my cam on him tonight, mate, and he delivered in spades for sure.
Yeah, and like Dangerfield and Sal were really good, but particularly Salwood, but it wasn't as though it was led by them. Like,
yeah, it was good.
You know, I think sometimes our best performances are led by those guys, where it was good that there were a number of contributors and a few other different names in there. But
which we'll touch on in the votes, I reckon.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we just defend that ground so well. I think it was, what was it, 4 goals for the Giants. So, you know,
it's pretty darn good effort. I was
I
was super pleased with that. I mean, when you consider them, a lot of the guys consider that probably a top 4 side.
Yeah.
But yeah, keeping 4 goals, pretty darn good effort. Very stingy defence there. And,
yeah.
We certainly showed that, didn't we?
Yeah. So, pleasing. I mean, you can't ask for much more. I mean, it was a poor game last week, at least poor finish. And yeah, this will probably be a game that we look back on and go, gee, that was a really good performance. Because the Giants will have some awesome wins. So, you know, to beat them, you probably expect to beat them down here, but by that margin, really good.
You'll take it, mate, for sure. No, very comprehensive win, and yeah, I just loved how our desire at the contest was really good. You could tell from the start we were in first. We were getting all the hard ball, and then just playing really well. And a lot of linking up. Did a lot of switching around as well. I felt like our movement around the ground was quite a feature as well, quite positive. We would just find a way, just change angles and whatnot, and didn't feel like we used the corridor stacks probably early in at various parts of the game, but I reckon we went down the wings a fair bit. There were times, obviously, where we went through the corridor, but I reckon, we maybe not gone away from it, but maybe have less of a focus of moving it through the middle, which can be a good thing, because if sides know that Geelong want to go through the corridor, if you're able to score goals going through the wings, it adds a bit of a string to the bow and means that you can still score in other ways. So stats were pretty good. Inside 50s I was really pleased with. There's been problems with not getting enough inside 50, but really efficient. 62, and we've got a few scoring shots. I think we got 25 scoring shots, so not too shabby, but it was pleasing just having the ball in there, because there's been another stat, time in forward half. Again, you've got to get inside 50s to have time in forward half.
Yeah.
So that's sort of goes hand in hand there. But yeah, loved our defence. They really cut across well. We were so good in the air. It looked like the Geelong of old there with just tall defenders dominating. They didn't have obviously a great lineup up forward. Finlayson going up there, and Patton was playing ruck, so without Lob and Cameron, it sort of swaps the 2 positions there at least. So and we just really grinded out a great win. So I was pretty pleased with how we went about it. Just loved how some of the lesser likes stood up, and we'll touch on them in the player review, I'm sure. But just a nice even performance, and I reckon we're going to get games like this where we play super well. There'll be other weeks where it's going to be underwhelming. You get games like last week. So look, we're far from a top 4 side right at the minute. That's a good win for us, and it's all about continuity. And we'll touch on later. We've got Collingwood next week, but it's just don't get too excited yet. But certainly enjoy the win and have a few bevies to celebrate and enjoy the win. So look, super pleased with the boys. good performance, and couldn't be much happier than that. So
yeah. I mean, you probably, when you're looking at Port Adelaide away, then Swans and Giants both at home, you would have said, "Oh, look, you take 2 out of 3," and we've got that, but you just can't help but feel like last week it just annoys you so much. But yeah, you're right. I think we'll just be looking for consistency in performance.
We've been talked about as just getting enough wins while we don't have Taylor and Henderson, and we'll probably touch on the player review, but Giants had, they had Cameron Lobb out, as I said. They've got Green out, Deledio out, a couple out, but
Kelly.
Yeah, Joshy boy, yeah, he's a gun. Can't forget him. But yeah, we've got Ablett out, Menzel out, Taylor, and we've got Henderson out. We've got Cockatoo out. He's a star in the making, but just can't get on the park. McCarthy's been out for a long time. So, yeah, not to the same calibre, but we've still got players out. But, mate, we'll scroll down, have a bit of a look at the votes and a few stats, and it was very tough to pick 3 absolute standouts because there was a lot of players that played well.
Yeah, I mean, look,
which is good.
I think it is difficult, and particularly being at the game. I mean, you get to look at the stats afterwards, but sometimes it's nice to know exactly when they picked up those stats, whether it's early or not. But look, I gave the 3 votes to Tim Kelly, actually. I thought he was particularly early. Like, he ended up with 30, but I'd be interested to know how many of those were in the first half. I felt like he drifted out of it, but, whether the stats back that up. I just thought he was so clean. Metres gained would have been high. He just breaks out of the stoppage really well, and he was super clean early. He's been unbelievable, hasn't he? Just
what a pickup.
To come into the side like that. I mean, everyone's talking about Ablett, how good he'd be. I don't think we expected Kelly to be this good to our midfield.
No, he's just came in and played his role and gone above and beyond expectations, I reckon.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. And look, I sort of felt, because we were so good over the ground, I mean, my votes, I've got a mid, forward and a defender. So I gave 2 to Stewart in there. I thought he was really good.
Very nice.
Just so solid. It was probably the best of some of our defenders. Colo was good. Henry was really good. I mean, everyone, Blitzars was back there too. But he was really impressive. And then I gave 1 vote to Hawkins. I thought he was pretty impressive. Particularly early as well. He ended up with 4 or whatever it was. But laid some nice tackles early. It was really good. I would have loved to get Duncan in there, but sometimes it's a case like I just felt like I wanted to give those guys some votes, almost a bit of recognition as well. Duncan was pretty good. As you can see, 33 touches. I didn't feel as if they were his most damaging 33 touches.
No, it wasn't quite his normal.
There's a lot of play on the other side of the ground, and you might miss a couple of things that were really good. But
very marginal, some of these votes, because 3 or 4 other blokes you could definitely give a vote in there.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 or 6.
And obviously Sal was really good, in and under, as you can see. And I was really pleased with Reece Stanley too. We're often critical of the ruckman, but he was really good, some really good marks, intercept, and dominated the ruck, as you should, against no-name guys in the ruck.
Yeah,
so
very good from Reece.
Yeah, but how'd you see it, mate?
Yeah, somewhat similar. I went with the 3 for Kelly as well. I was sort of debating between a whole bunch of guys there right at the top, a few midfielders. Yeah, as you can see there, the 30 touches, 2 marks, got a few tackles as well. As you said, mate, it was early on where he did the damage. Just looked super beast mode coming out of the clearances. He reads the ball so well off the ruckman.
He does.
He almost runs onto it, and he's off before you know it. He kicks it really well. He lowers the eyes when he looks for options. He doesn't blaze away very often. Just a really composed, smooth mover. And I reckon a player we've probably been lacking in the midfield and I guess around the ground for a long time. So he's been super silky, super good. The 2 votes, I'm going to go with Mark Blitzars. You can put a blanket over the back line. I'm going to go 2 votes to the whole back line because they were that good. You got the 23 touches, 9 marks, 2 tackles in there as well. I'm guessing he would have played a fair role on Patton and the key forward, the best forward they had. I didn't sort of look exactly who he was on, but I could see he was just so good in a lot of one-on-ones. He would really sort of get that spoil in or take that intercept mark, and he was intercept marking all night. So 9 grabs, which was super. And certainly could have given it to Stewart and Henry as well. I felt like Blitzars did a real lot of grunt work and was invaluable with the super key forwards or Patton not playing very well. He just read it like a book. And I gave the one vote to Tommy Hawkins. It was between Hawkins, Duncan, Selwood and Dangerfield and Stanley.
Yeah.
And Stewart and Henry. So
the list goes on.
Yeah, so 15 posies there, 8 marks, 4 goals. What I've liked a lot about him was his movement in the forward line. He looked really solid, getting his hands in there, just tapping balls to certain players to give him a chance to kick a snag or two. And yeah, look, he chased all right, kicked 4, back into form, took some big clunks, especially early, and certainly set himself up for a nice performance and back in a bit of form, and confidence is key for him.
Yeah, it's funny he's got 1 tackle there. I definitely felt he laid a couple more.
It
Again,
felt like it.
Being at the game, certainly at least his presence around the footy, pressuring, certainly added up to more than 1 tackle, which was good.
I felt like he may have done a couple of
I
high
swear
ones.
I saw 2 that actually stuck. But anyway.
There you go. We'll give you 2, Tom. So those are my votes, and again, we can throw a blanket over a lot of players there, but we'll move into the player review, mate, and we'll go a bit of a blanket over a lot of players again, and maybe see who can be coming back in. Menzel will be around the grounds there, so this has been your segment, mate, so I'll let you take it off the top, and I'll just chime in with a couple of things, reiterating what you said.
Yeah,
so
do you mind just scrolling down?
mate,
a few of the quieter guys?
More than happy.
But as you
absolutely.
said, Menzel will be one that we hope will come back.
What happened there? A bit of a reaction to a
needle.
needle. Is that right?
Obviously, he gets a few jabs with getting through in the knee and things like that, and just reacted, not how you would like. I mean, I don't know what that means, but didn't react well, and he misses, so it's unlucky. But you would think Cremery was all right, kicked a couple, finished up some good work, but you would imagine there's such a like for like, you would think that they would be a straight swap if he is right, but you never know.
I'd love to see him get a good month of footy, but I don't know. It's hard to not bring Menzel back in because you're basically going between Cremery and Radagalier, and it's hard to say see to old mate Sav.
I mean, Sav's an absolute lock at the moment. He was super impressive. I mean, the stats, they are what they are, but he looked so dangerous, and you got to stick with him. Cremery was just okay. I mean, he took a uncontested mark and finished off a pretty easy goal. So he's all right, and good to see him, but he's a pretty nice guy to have there waiting to bring in. Fogarty at the game, I thought, he's pretty quiet, but then, you see he's laid 8 tackles again. He laid 10 the other week or whatever it was. So he's got to be in the team for that sort of pressure because he brings it every week. Zach Guthrie, I really think, is a guy who really probably shouldn't be in the team. Better this week. He was really poor last week, but
for sure.
Probably a guy that you could easily do without. Does Tim House come into the side? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just thinking Holland Smith. I think. No, he came in for like a midfielder. I remember. Yeah, a midfielder coming out late. Scotty boy, and he made it back in the team somehow.
Yeah. So look, I think Holland Smith, if he was right, you'd like to think he might find his way back, but he's so unlucky. Just any time he looks like cementing his spot, something goes wrong or someone comes back.
He must have walked under 20 layers. Something. He's just not having a good time in the office.
Yeah, I know. So look, Zach Smith was laid out with a back concern. At least that's what they had listed.
You've got other thoughts there, mate? Or I've got other theories.
I mean, it probably was maybe a slight back flare up, but who knows, really?
We're not there.
Yeah. You wouldn't think Stanley would be dropped after that game.
No.
Ruckman are a bit of a revolving door at times, but always after a performance like this, you look and you go, geez, could probably stick with that 22, and I'd say probably, if Menzel was right, he'd come in, and that'd probably be it, really. I think some of the guys you mentioned off the top that we have out are still a while away, and
Taylor's not too far away, I'm hearing. Would he be in consideration next week or probably in a couple of weeks, you reckon?
Yeah, a couple of weeks. I mean, obviously Gary Ablett's another one that
absolutely. He's primed for next game.
Yeah, well,
supposedly
the talk was that he was very, very close this week. So
probably Guthrie, I reckon. You'd have to, surely.
You'd think Guthrie's sort of one of those, like, he's a defender, but it's sort of like one of those ones where you can just get a midfield in, like, it's sort of disposable, how you just roll Furlow off a wing onto a half-back one. So
you can.
Yeah, I would think that'd pretty much be it. I mean, Constable's doing some nice things, good numbers in the twos. He was an emergency, and he'll get a chance soon enough. But yeah,
Constable and House has been tearing it up.
Apparently. Yeah, they've been knocking the door down,
mate. That's say, yep.
So yeah, I'd have to say you wouldn't be making too many changes.
No. Hopefully,
probably just those 2 stars if they're ready.
Hopefully, keep pushing the doors down and vie for a position there. But Jordan Murdoch, shout out, mate. Best game of the club, I reckon, or very nice. Close, if not. Very courageous in some of the ways he went about it. Some good grabs. Really vigorous tackling, which I liked, and tough and running off half back and just jolting. Some nice kicks. So, Jordan.
Yeah,
we have criticised you in the past.
We've been critical, so
probably
that's good.
One of the number 1 whipping boys, I reckon.
Yeah,
especially from probably a couple of years ago, especially. But
yeah,
well done, son. Keep it up.
Yeah,
watch
good.
Sam Murray.
Watch him. Yeah.
All right, so
next week.
Next week, mate, we've got the Pies, and I've got no connectivity over here.
We've lost internet.
No, I've never had internet, mate. I loaded this page inside, and that's fine. But we've got the Pies Sunday afternoon, 3:20 p.m. I'll know it off by heart, which is good. I don't know the lineups yet, mate, so hopefully it doesn't change much. But yeah, look, Pies have been in really good touch of late. They give us a lot of trouble, especially at the G. Well, they don't play with Simmons with their membership and our membership, so only during the pre-season it seems. But yeah, look, if I'm tipping right this second, I'll go Collingwood just by previous results and how they play the MCG and the current form they're in. They've been, I reckon, a basket case of the last couple of years, and they've troubled us. They just have a lot of weapons in that midfield run and carry. And they really spread us wide a lot, and they bring that frenetic pressure every time, I reckon. And they've got that really mobile forward line going. Cox is tearing it up at times, taking some really big clunks and whatnot. So if I'm tipping right now, I'll go Collingwood. I mean, I'm going very hopeful and optimistic we can win, but I think, Collingwood had a really good month. They could maybe have a bit of an off one potentially, but I'm just going by past results and how the teams play and how they've matched up previously. And whether you call it logical, whether you call it pessimistic, I don't know. But I'd imagine you'd be more optimistic than I am going into the game. But look, we can be inconsistent and we haven't proven much yet, and we've got a lot to prove at the MCG. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
So I'd say Pies around the 2-3 goal mark.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I probably would be a little more optimistic, I suppose. I mean, I'd back us in to get the job done, but we're probably both in that category of sides that will ebb and flow throughout the season. You're right, Collingwood have been really hot. Be interested to see how they go against Brisbane up there. I mean, that's maybe a mini danger game. You know, when a side's been going well and then you travel. I mean, Brisbane aren't hopeless, so we might know a little bit more, and that'll probably impact our tip as well. But I think when you look at the two sides, I feel we're a better team, but Collingwood are in good form. You might argue we are too now, but you're right. That MCG query is a bit of an interesting one. We don't play it well, and they have just had a knack of troubling us no matter where we or they sit on the ladder.
Yeah, mate, the last 10 years, they just they hang around.
Yeah.
Hang around.
So I'd expect it to be close. I go in somewhat confident that our best footy can get the job done. I still don't see Collingwood as a top 8 side. I think they're a good side, but I just don't see them being that sort of level throughout the whole season.
For the whole time. Yeah.
But I've been wrong many times before in those sort of predictions. So it's a very tough game to read.
Hasn't won a tipping competition yet, but we've got that one day.
Look, I go in fairly hopeful, but we will have to definitely answer. The main query is the MCG query. So
if you're going to put the teams together on paper right now, and with the method we play, you'd like us, but at the G and previous records and their system against ours, there's somehow troubles us. Yeah, and over time.
As tipsters, you like to look at history or recent form and who's in, who's out. I think this is one of those games where it just depends on the day.
Attitude, mate.
We see every weekend some teams that we rated come out poorly and others that we didn't come out fired up. And, we see different Port Adelaides, different Essendons, different. So I think it's just going to be what Collingwood version we see and what Geelong version we'll see. So all the best trying to predict that.
There you go. There's our predictions going out the window.
Yeah, just do a waffle on there. But I would envision I'd probably tip Geelong.
Yeah, nice one, mate. All right, that's it tonight, guys. That's the review. Very happy with the result. Cats by 61 points. A very comprehensive win at home. Good team performance. 4-quarter effort. Back the bus in the last quarter. 2 goals, 6. But we'll love to hit the 100 points, mate. Very, very pleased. Subscribe away, guys, if you're keen to see some more content, and like away, that'd be great as well. If you're keen to check out a bit of Supercoach and you love your Supercoach, check out this man. He's got it all covered. He absolutely loves it, lives and breathes it.
Film in the man cave. Generally.
That's it. Yeah, more to come on Supercoach. Look out for yourself and a few others.
Yeah, Geelong Shorty Supercoach.
Yeah, it'll be good. All right, thanks again, guys. Have a good one.